Assalamualaikum brothers and sisters. Welcome to today's video on Arabic grammar. In today's video, we are going to look at how we would refer to, how we take a noun and you make it as first person, second person, third person kind of thing. And so for now, let's start with, how we've add certain words and then change the context of the words. So the first is this kind of similar to huwa, whom, that we learned, but this is something that you would do with the words themselves. And so let's start. The first is who, not the who in English, but who, Hu. And then you have who means his, right? And then whom, it's not hum, it's whom, which is kind of like this. It's like this in Arabic. It means theirs. And then you have ka. Ka basically means yours, your, but in the singular sense. So if it's singular, just one person that you're referring to, it's ka. So that's why I mentioned an S here, ka. And so just follow along with this table, and then in the next table we are going to look at some examples. And then you have ye, which is basically ya over here. And so ye is e. It would be pronounced as e, and it means mind, right? So like we learned ana. So this kind of corresponds with that, my. And then you have kum. Kum is basically yours when you say plural. So when it's yours, it's kum. So you would add kum in front of the word. And then the last one is na, which is ours. Last one is na, which is basically ours. So let's look at an example with some alphabet. Rabbuhu. So from the previous table we saw his, and then when you say Rabb, which means Lord, so you say Rabbuhu. Rabbuhu. And Rabbuhu, this is how you would say it in English, which means his Rabb or his Lord or his master. And then you have Rabbuhum. Rabbuhum basically means their Rabb. And then the only difference over here you see is that in the last part you have who over here, and then here you have whom. That's the only difference that this word has changed, because they are referring to their Rabb, not his Rabb. If it is his Rabb, it becomes Rabbuhu. And then you have Rabbuhum. Okay. And now when you want to say your Rabb in the singular sense, you would say Rabbuka. So the key part over here is these in the end. The word remains the same, but then you just append these sounds to the end. So Rabbuhu, Rabbuhum, Rabbuka. And then you have Rabbi. So it's just E. And then, you would say Rabbi, which is my Rabb. And then you have Rabbukum. Rabbukum means when you say your in the plural sense. So when you're referring to more than one person, then it becomes yours. Right. And then Rabbuna. Rabbuna is just the last na that we have, and it means our Rabb. Right. So that's how you change your noun and you add certain words in front of it, and then it changes to his, their, yours, mine, ours, in that way, right? So let's try to use a few words and make these questions. So over here, ma means this is ma, and it's used in the Quran 2154 times, and it's basically used to form a question. It depends on the context, but in this example it would be used for questions. And then you have man, it's like MON or MUN, whichever makes sense to you. So man, and then you have man means who, right? So let's take the example of ma dinuka. So ma means what, right? And this is how you would pronounce it, ma dinuka. And then you would say Deen means religion, right? So deen is the word, and then you have this appended in the beginning. So if you look at the previous table, ka is basically for your in the singular sense. So we just take ma dinuka, and then you would answer uh, Dini Islam. So this is Dini Islam. So the reason you're saying Dini is because you're saying my religion. So my was the E that we looked at the table. So it becomes Dini. My religion is Islam, right? So here's the English translation below. What is your religion in the singular sense? So you use ka. And then if you want to reply, you would reply, my religion is Islam. Okay, and then you have ma. Again, you are making a question, ma. And you would say dinukum. So ma dinukum, again, you see this alphabet or this word is the same, exactly the same. The only part that you have changed is the last part, which is kum. So now with changing kum, what happens is it becomes kum is for you, but in the plural sense. So when you're asking more than one person, it becomes kum. So ma dinukum, it means what is your religion, plural, right? And then you would say dinuna. So na, this is the part that you added. And dinuna means our. So when somebody asks what is your religion to a lot of people, they would reply, our religion is Islam, which is here. So in Arabic, what we are doing is, this is Islam. This word means Islam, right? We are using this everywhere. So dinuna. So dinuna is basically when you're making the word deen into the context of our. So dinuna. So the previous slide is very important. So just pause and watch through it again till it makes sense. Yeah, so what you need to do over here is practice in the sense Rabbuhu, right? Rabbuhum, similar to like how you did he, they are, huwa, whom, right? In the previous video. So if you haven't watched that, please watch that video first. So that would make much more sense then. So the way you need to practice this is Rabbuhu, Rabbuhum, with 4 fingers, right? Rabbuhu, Rabbuhum. Then you would say Rabbuka. Rabbuka is yours, your in the single sense. And then Rabbi. Okay. Then you would say Rabbukum, your, when you have plural, your. Rabbuna, right? So that's how you would practice and learn this. I hope that makes sense. Let's do it once again. Rabbuhu, Rabbuhum, right? Rabbuka, Rabbi, Rabbukum, Rabbuna, right? So it's also important to look at the fingers because if you use one finger, it means singular, and if you're using 4, it means plural. So Rabbuhu is singular, Rabbuhum is plural. And then you have Rabbuhu is his Rabb, Rabbuhum is their Rabb. Then you have Rabbuka, your Rabb, singular because one finger, right? And then you have Rabbi. Rabbi is single, one finger, me, myself, right? And then you have Rabbukum, which is 4 fingers when you have yours in the plural. And then you have Rabbuna, which is our Rabb, right? All our Rabb. So I hope this makes sense and it's useful. Please like, comment, and share if you like this, or if you have any feedback, please mention. And inshallah, we will try to improve this. And this is basically something that is tied up to the previous videos. So please watch the earlier videos and practice this maybe after pausing the screen. So that way it will stick much better when you do it with actions. And just try to repeat it in the same way that we learned in the video. All right. See you in the next video. Thank you. Jazakallah khair.